You are now tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule. Let's be respectful. You are now tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. Goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule. Let's be respectful.
I'll let us next week, man.
No doubt, man, and definitely shout out to the family, liberationmindedmedia.net. That is Black Eye Stand, Do the Knowledge Radio, The Rundown with Renee, and My Skin is My Sin. And don't forget to share the show, man. If you check it out today, or if you check it out next week, or if you check it out in 1,000 years, and if you are that motherfucker that digs us up in 1,000 years, you are the most phenomenal individual to ever walk the galaxy for digging up this greatness and still share our shit, man. Shout out to you. Don't forget to check out the websites, emeraldshell.com, designsbymonet.com, and myskinismysin.net.
What's good, fam? Let me get this off the screen. This is Jobs, and you are tuned in. Hold on. Let me add the family to the show.
Make sure
this is Jobs.
Make sure you get me good. I got the fresh line today, yo.
Are you good? You feeling good?
All part of the Melvin Ed mindset, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at that, man. I am not mad at that. And we got the legend in the queue already, man. I ain't even introduced the show yet, and it's already lit. My name is Jobs. We got the plug in the building. We got Brother Greg in the building, and this is the motherfucking water cooler. And we got one of the legends of hip hop. And when we talk about taking it back to the essence, this is taking it back to the essence. One of the greats that we got. Give him his flowers. Shout out to the legend, the man, the myth himself, Queensbridge finest, MC Shan in the building. What's good, man?
I'm chilling, chasing after children. Y'all know this is my daily routine.
Hey, I'll feel you on that, man.
He wants to play while I'm doing interviews. That ain't gonna work. We gotta spread this time out. So I'm with y'all. I'm putting him in the back with his sister, and he's ready. Get in there. Goodbye. Now we on business.
There we go.
We good?
Oh yeah, we good.
All right. My name is Jobs. My co-host, the plug, and Brother Greg in the hoodie. We got MC Shan in the building, man. It's an honor and a privilege, King. How you feeling? How's life?
I woke up this morning. I can't complain about nothing.
Man, that's some real shit.
Right.
That's some real shit. Yo, where do we start, man? Who want to go first, man? I'm not sure how long we got the legend in the house, but who want to go first?
Y'all got me for whatever.
Oh, okay,
but the way
dope.
you said somebody go first, it seemed like somebody set me up for the kill. Who gonna shoot first?
Never that. I mean, we just admiring royalty. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you definitely are a legend. You know what I mean? So we just, we just approach it with caution. But at the same time, we definitely got a lot of questions for you as well.
Let's just beat up. Fuck the caution. Let's throw that shit to the wind and let's get it.
Jeez, I don't know. Are you still pissed off at KRS-One?
No, I ain't pissed off at him. It's just, sometimes, when people, all right, this is how I say it. Y'all have sat around for years and years and watched him just bully rappers and say whatever they want about them, say whatever he wants about them. But when somebody like myself, who has the nuts to say something back about him, now it's Shan, shut up. Last night, they had a kind of a versus thing because people been seeing me calling them out for months and months and months on, you know what I'm saying? And for you to come up with the excuse of, I've got 24. It's not about the 24 albums, what I'm saying. The whole point is, lyrically, he could have never touched me. From the minute that I made Kill That Noise, I hit nitro on him. He came with the South Bronx, still kicking that same old Queensbridge style that he took from me. And last night, a lot of things came out because they said they were doing it anyway, regardless. They were doing it a Shan and Chris thing, but it would be nice to have me and him on the phone. I opted to get on the phone for the simple fact I want to hear what people have to say about me. And it was all about the lyrical skill. It wasn't about the crowd say ho and yes, y'all. Because he'll kill me every time on that. And I'm going to be the first to admit it. But when it comes to us sitting down having to listen to who was blazing them and who hit nitro on who, that's what it came down to. And it came down to people outside of myself saying, well, he studied your whole career. You know, they were playing record after record what they thought would match. They play Project Ho, and then they play that super whatever it was, right? Mm-hmm. They play that, but it's like the stories that I was telling were way different from his things he was doing. He was doing rhymes, but it was no stories. You couldn't put it together in your head as a vivid picture. You can, but not the way I painted them. That's all I'm saying. And no taking nothing from him. But it's like for years, this nigga been telling everybody they suck. And when somebody else tell him he suck, now you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But that's the end of that. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. I respect that.
I totally agree, because if you really look at how history is played, they always really tried to portray him as one thing and you on the other side, for real, like you was an angry person. But if somebody was to really do the knowledge and research themselves, for real, they would see how evenly this was really matched up in comparison to how they tell the stories. So that's why we're glad you're here, so you can tell your side.
Right. I even heard that Melly Mel said on one of his joints that Chris said he took him out, and he was like, we ain't even battle. The same with me. We ain't even battle. When did you take me out? That's that crowd consensus. But now, see, what we got to understand in hip hop, lots of times things can get lost in the beats. A beat can be so ill that you'll look past what somebody is saying. Look at some of these rap artists now. The beat is so ill, you're passing up the fact that he's actually not saying anything. And so, yes, he came with them hard
beats. We can't do that, though, bro. We can't do that to KRS-One, man. KRS-One is fire.
Listen, I'm not saying he wasn't. See, this is the whole where people twist it. I'm not saying he wasn't fire. I'm just saying he wasn't tuned in on where I was tuned into lyrically. He doesn't have a Left Me Lonely. He doesn't have a song Cocaine. The way I used metaphors was way different. Yes, he would teach and you know, whatever. But the way I used my metaphors was like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, all right, we went from the bridge when Shan was going, you love to hear the story again and again. All right. He did that song for South Bronx. So that was what y'all witnessed was the first swagger jack in history. Period. The very first swagger jack in history was South Bronx, the South Bronx. And for a man to sit back and say, oh, I'm Mr. Hip Hop and follow all the rules of hip hop, why don't you just say I was the first swagger jacker? Period. And see, when I tell this truth, nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah, you kind of got a point on that one. All right,
now, hold on, Jaws, before you go there, remember a few weeks ago we were talking about... Let me say
this one to sum this one up before you get to that one, right?
Okay.
I can't respect a nigga that came up off of me. Okay, I can respect your whole deal. You did your career and all that shit, but everything that I got, my empire, I built on my own back. I didn't build it off of Chris's back. The empire that he has, you still got to thank me in the end of the day, and I ain't got to say nothing to you. Like you never even existed to me.
Yeah.
So in that case, you got to give props where it's due, and it ain't getting props over there when you stole everything.
You know what? I agree. Because it kind of leads back to a conversation that me, Jaws, Jerome was having. Remember, we were talking about original song, and the remix. Mm-hmm. And I said that it was easy to come over some. In a nutshell, that's pretty much what kind of happened between the bridge and South Bronx. The foundation was already there, laid down by this man right here. How hard is it? You know what I mean? Like, would he even have the idea to even come up with a song about his barrel, and Shan didn't come up with one?
Facts. That's true.
I mean, but that's part of the legend and the beef, too.
that right there was the way of hip hop back then. So I'm not even really mad at him for making that record. That's not even an issue because you got to look at hip hop. If you didn't do that, you was a sucker.
Mm-hmm.
If you had something to say about somebody, you didn't say it and innuendo it. You said it.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that was part of the game. And so me being mad at him there's no way in hell I could be ever mad. Because if you think about it, our names wouldn't be synonymous in hip hop at this point if he did not make that record. Now, here goes the paradox. If after he made whatever it was, the bridge is over, I was coming at his head. Marley said, no, I ain't gonna make no more records. They getting fame off our name already as it is. And I'm like, Marley, these niggas already got fame. Right. And back then, it wasn't like anybody like you can get on a computer and make your own diss track. You had to have a producer back then. That was just the way it was. If it was nowadays, I'd have went on my computer and made my own diss track. But I needed Marley. Marley said, no, we're not giving them anything. So the paradox is this. If I would have did that joint the way I pressed Nitro on him, Chris may not even have a career right now because I'd have murdered him lyrically. Because back then, that's when it was about the lyrics. I would have killed him, period. That diss record would have been a monster. And then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this now. Me and Chris might have just been fly by night like a lot of people out here that came out in our era that nobody ever talks about anymore. So I'm happy that he made that record.
That makes a whole lot of sense, yo.
I would agree with that part, right?
Makes a whole lot of sense.
It does.
So and speaking of, I know we were talking about the beat taking over and taking away from the lyrics from what somebody is saying. I want to hear from you as what is your requirement, your requisite that you look for for someone you consider an MC?
If I could listen to you and think that you could kill me, that's how I judged rappers back in the days. I wouldn't pay them no mind if I didn't think that your lyrical skills was up to par with mine. Because come on, you got to remember the first record I came out with, Marley Scratch. I was breaking down words and just doing things different in hip hop than it was before me. So anything that came after me, I kind of set the blueprint for that.
Right.
And everybody would deny it and all of that. But who was the man that you had to look at? Me. Chris is proof of it. Period.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of seeing all the hip hop pictures with all the artists, and I only see one Kango on the pictures. That's L's. So now I got to speak up for me.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody gonna tell your truth the way you can tell it.
Right.
Oh, they're gonna say I'm lying though, but I want you to prove it. I want one of you. Matter of fact, to this day, I still be saying I'll give you $100,000 if you could find the battle that Chris crushed me in, whether it be audio, whether it be visual, whether it be whatever. I'll give you $100,000, even if I gotta rob a bank to get it. Show me this super crushing. And you know when he says crush it just makes you want to hit him in the head because he act like he just gives you like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a way that, when you say certain things, man, come on now. Don't be mad because I've been poking you in your side.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
Are you listening to who are you listening to now? That you listen to now, you're like, that nigga nice.
It's just so much on the radio that I don't want to listen to. You know where I find music at? My children. My children put me up on the music I listen to because of their YouTube videos.
Right.
And I'm into weird music like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And shit like, make me a believer. I'm into weird music now because of what my kids listen to on YouTube.
Yeah.
What up, Jay?
It was something that you said all the way in the beginning when you was talking about Queensbridge style. I'm a Queensbridge. I love. Well, in my generation, you had the Nas's and that. that
only like a
that really cannot be replicated.
Yeah, you break it up, bro.
All right, I thought it was just me. Repeat that. I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm just gonna cut it short. Do you think that Queensbridge MCs have their own styles that really cannot be duplicated? Because I love Queensbridge. It's pretty much all from the beginning to damn near now.
Well, I can only say I'm happy to be part of that legacy. I'm happy to say that I was part of starting that legacy. But Queensbridge didn't have anything different than anybody else except hungriness. And I guess Queensbridge kids was a little bit hungrier than most, is all I could say. Because if you got that many rappers coming out of one project, they was hungry. They was hungry.
And all of them was really influenced by you.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, but they were little kids. We never hung out. They probably was little kids that I took to the store when I went on tour and I came home and I would take all the little kids to the store. You know what I'm saying? But they was watching.
Yeah.
Because I hear the stories that Nas tell about how he was in the background just watching how, you know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I never looked at myself as, what do you call that? Somebody's kids, which look up to, you know, I was just getting high, smoking all on the benches, messing with, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the role model. I would rather your parents be your role model. If you didn't turn to hip hop and make a record, don't follow Shan as a role model. That is not it.
Right.
I'm very humble man. Very humble man.
Absolutely.
Any regrets in that aspect though?
No. If I could go back and tell me 20 years ago what to do, I wouldn't say very much. I would whisper in his ear. I say, "You're a bad motherfucker. Do what the fuck you doing."
Real shit.
I would say a lot of shit to me.
I would say, "Don't fuck." Oh, look, I would correct. Let me correct this. Don't fuck with that chick. Don't fuck with that chick. Don't have no babies by that one. No, keep your dick in your pants, boy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that'd be a hell of a conversation, bro. I'm not gonna front. What was you about to say, AJ?
Oh, you know, I got a lot of questions or whatever. I'm
here.
Okay, so in 2000, y'all came out with the collaboration album Queensbridge Finest, kind of like bridging, like how was you approached about that project? How was the vibe back then? You know, because there was a couple MCs that had their little inside quarrels or whatnot. But how did that whole thing go down?
You want to know the truth? They had to come to my house and they had to send bodyguards to my house to kidnap me, yo. I wouldn't get on the song. I wasn't with it. Because I was writing, you know, I had my own style going. I didn't want to go back on 2000, the Queensbridge 2000, and do the same style that I did on the bridge. So I had some ill, you know what I'm saying? But the only reason why I'm really on that is because of Call Mega. Because even after the kidnapping and all, you ain't going to make me do nothing. And so, excuse me, Call Mega's like, "Yo, Shan, but we need you to have that original that you had. We want that." And so I had to say, all right. But if it wasn't for Call Mega, I probably wouldn't have been on that. For real.
Mega, man.
And it wasn't about the money. It wasn't because people can look back then. I was spending snow money like crazy. So it wasn't about, "Oh, y'all ain't paying me enough." I had bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that album I still listen to, man. Like that joint has some joints on it, man. That album was still tough, yo.
And I peeped the little reference that you threw in your verse. I peeped the reference you threw in your verse too with the Kill That Noise. I peeped it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, I can respect it, man. And all right, another question: is it true that Tragedy Gaddafi was like the youngest member in the Juice Crew?
Yes, he was the youngest member in the Juice Crew. Now, Trag was the tragedy. You remember how he used to speak on them records back in the tragedy? Well, right. Trag was a real street kid for real. When Trag got down with the Juice Crew, no sooner than he got down with the Juice Crew, Trag got locked up. So Trash is in jail, and he looking at us blowing up, and he's like, damn, I was down with the Juice Crew, and it just so happened he got caught up in whatever he got caught up in. Or when Trash came home, Trash picked up exactly where he left off. You know what I mean? But Trash's life is exactly why it's tragedy. You know what I'm saying? It's Trash's life. It's like, yo, at his age, he endured so freaking much as a young child. You know what I'm saying? And so, and for him to go to jail at that age, you know it was something.
There's so many legends that come out of Queens, man.
That is true.
Right.
That is true.
It's so many different legends, bro. Like,
who is the GOAT out of Queens? I'm sorry, Ron.
Nah, go ahead.
Y'all know who the GOAT is out of Queens, yo. LL Cool J, yo. You can't take that from him.
Nah,
you can't take that. LL is the GOAT, yo. LL is the GOAT. Regardless of the fact that been his name, nobody else can't monetize that. They can't catch that. They can't touch that. And y'all know me and L had a battle and all of that stuff, but that just goes to show you that how real I am with mine. I could talk about that, but that ain't got nothing to do with that. Would be me just being like Chris. Me and LL never battled, although we had a song with dissing. LL and me never battled, and because he didn't respond to my diss record, it would have been a travesty for me to say, "Oh, MC Shan won the battle," because LL never came back with a record, and that's exactly what this nigga is doing. We never had a freaking battle. And just because I didn't answer your last whatever it was doesn't mean that you became the victor. Are we starting to see the analogies here where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
because I could always stand up and say, "Oh, LL ain't the GOAT. He didn't make a diss record about me. I won."
I'm gonna tell you how I would look at that.
Deeper than mine. What are you talking about? He is the GOAT.
I'm gonna tell you how I would look at that if I was KRS-One. And this is the analogy I'm gonna use, because it wasn't your fault that you didn't shoot back. But if I punch you and I knock you out and you don't get back up, I won. You may be able to actually beat me when you do, if you do get back up, but for whatever reason you didn't get back up on that particular instance. So in my mind, I won. That's probably how he looks at it.
That's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, but see, when you want to start making things up, forget the fact that I won, but when you want to actually start putting it in your mind that I won the battle that never happened, that means you're a delusional motherfucker. Period, point blank. That ain't got shit to do with how you feel. Oh, I thought I won. None of that. But you telling people I won the battle. And if you're a hip-hop historian or anything to know anything about hip-hop, a battle was two people on stage anywhere doing what they do. One became the victor, one became the loser. Like I said, I got 100,000 for any of y'all can show me that clip.
That was actually what I was.
Now you want to know what? I could give you an example of where we did go face to face, the Sprite commercial. But again, in the Sprite commercial, lyrically, I fucked him up in 30 seconds. Okay? And you want me to recite it? I said some shit like, whoop, whoop, sound the alarm, and the bridge says Sprite's the bomb, blowing up the spot like I was Nitro Gliss. Now, who's supposed to knock me out position? Chris? Now, here go his rhyme. Hold it. KRS-One comes with strike 2, and Shan is through. Second strike, Shan sees triple Sprites within his eyesight. Nigga, you can't fucking count. Whatever happened to strike 1? Yeah. That's just me poking fun. But I'm just saying, I've been killing that nigga all along. What about the song that I made when I was saying in Juice Crew Law, when I say, and his boys in the albums, they dissed you, Chris? What happened to all of those? What happened to the joint when I straight out said, if there was no me, tell me would there ever be a Chris? No QB, tell me would there ever be a diss? Thank God and Miss Parker for the fact that you here, but thank me for your fucking career. These are records that are out there. This is not no shit that I got sitting in my pocket. These are records that are out there when I was constantly, spitting shit at you like that. Nigga, you done spit back. So don't try and keep saying that, nigga. Let's go back over the years for all the disses that I've been putting out there. And this is all I keep saying to folks, that y'all keep looking past this, especially your Chris fans. And I ain't got no doubt. Hey, you've got the right to like who you want. If you like both of us, that's all cool. But I don't like him, as far as the fucking Bills was concerned. But I love him as my brother.
Yeah.
Now, when you were saying that he hasn't beat you in a battle, can we get a little bit more specific about what type of battle like you mean? Like, because I think you kind of already explained the two people on stage. Would it be a cappella or over beats? You know, like how would you envision
a battle back then? We wouldn't even came with the records. We'd have came with a drum machine, an 808, might have came with break cuts, you know what I'm saying? And you spitting your rhymes, and you like these battle raps do nowadays. That's the way it would have been. It's not about how many record sales. See, that record sale thing and how many hot songs you got came a little later, to where people will say, oh, I sold more records than you, I won the battle. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how the shit went. You know what I mean? So if there was never ever a battle, how could I have lost, shorty? I stopped making records. Now anybody can, let me put the timeline together for you. Right around the time where he started saying, oh, I killed Shan, was around the time when I found Snow. And I was making plenty millions and 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 millions of dollars. Why the fuck I want to fuck with hip hop?
Yeah.
All right, now let's go to 2021, and y'all can say, well, Chris killed you. Chris still ain't made millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions, and in 2021, I'm still getting millions and millions and millions and millions. I just look like a fucking bum, because the money don't mean shit. Y'all see how your man Shan living? I got RVs and buses and boats back there, right?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
But I ain't got to show off. I just spend my time leisurely. I ain't got no big house. I had that. I had a 4-story house. I had rooms in my house that I'd never go in. So it was like having rooms for nothing and just trying to live like the Joneses. I don't need to live like the Joneses. I'm a beat a bum that I am, because I've become accustomed to, all right, the millions came and then the millions went. Now that they're coming back again because of Daddy Yankee. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here good. Yeah. Like I said, my yard is full of toys. My kids got toys. Now, in the end of the day, if we want to go on who made more money as the victor, I'm winning.
All right. You was about to say something, Joe? Huh? No, I thought you was about.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Have you also produced music, or did I hear this story correctly that the Rock the Bells beat was yours actually?
Yes, it was. And if you went back and you go to play Molly Scratch and Rock the Bells, you would see that they're completely the same. Now, this is of an era when nobody was stealing anything. If I said a rhyme that was close to yours, damn, Jace, you blowing shit up, brother. My neighbor blowing shit up in the yard. If you made a beat or a lyric that was close to somebody else's, you would change it, right? And so, well, I was on tour with LL. We was on the Jerry Freisen tour. And my head was so big that when he told me, Shan, come and listen to this record. And he was playing me Rock the Bell. So I went up to his spot. He was playing me Rock the Bell. But my ego was so fucked up that I didn't really listen to it. And it was Rock the Bell. So then when I finally listened to Rock the Bell, I said, hold up. That nigga stole my beat. And that's how that thing came about, me and LL, because it was at a time when nobody was stealing beats. They wasn't doing anything. Right. I don't care who's calling. Because every time somebody calls my can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, perfectly. Yeah, you're fine. You're
all
fine.
Right. So as soon as somebody calls me, it always messes up my transmission. But that's just how it is in a nutshell with your man Shan. I don't like to pull punches, and everybody has a right to their opinion, and I don't see why everybody's messing with me because I like to express my opinion. That's just what it is.
So how do you feel now, nowadays, like fast forward 2021, and you got dudes who literally like steal a nigga whole 16, bar for bar, you know what I mean, throw it on a different beat. And some people can, you know, like it's a whole lot of that now. Everything's swagger jacking.
It's been normal.
But look, let me tell you where that came from, right? And it was no fault to Snoop's. Snoop, when Snoop did those records where he was, you know, showing love to people that he loved, like when he did the Biz record and he did the Lottie Dotties, right? That had never been done before.
Right.
Never been done before, right? So with Snoop being the personality that he is, I could take it and look at it like other people thought that it was okay to do that when they didn't know what his real reason and what his whole motive for doing that was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand. Nori is the only nigga that can make a record with one word. They took Nori's shit and took it to a new level. When Nori said, what? They thought, oh shit, we can make records with one fucking word in the hook. Only Nori could do that, nigga.
Yo, Super Thug was crazy, yo.
That was fire.
Thank you. Only Nori could do that. And you know what's funny? That I heard Nori explain how that became. And that was just funny to me because as artists, we all have our glitches when we in the studio or how we count the bars. And what was his way to count bars? Wow. And the shit sounded so ill that it made it the fucking hook on the record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nori definitely is probably the one that can pull that off.
Yeah.
That shit.
Only one that can pull it off, but everybody else nowadays think that they can make a record and just say yes. It ain't gonna work.
I mean, but wasn't that the Neptunes though, bro?
Yeah, that was Pharrell produced that. Yeah, I don't even know what we could call them the Neptunes around that time. They were just two niggas from Virginia. Was all black dudes.
Whatever they was.
Pull that off. Right. Only pull that off.
No, I mean the Neptunes, you know, they got to get some credit for that.
And see, like on the other hand, like you got like Nori with that, and then you also had like Nas with the autobiography of Rakim. Like I read that Rakim had a problem with that because he ain't holler at him about the song.
Right.
Well, all I can say is that whatever somebody else perceives, if you put it out there and they take that perception and they feed you back what they thought they saw, you can't get mad. That's why I never get mad when people come at me and Shan, you said this on the internet and you said this on your Instagram. I can't get mad because if I didn't want you to conversate or have some kind of impact or some kind of say about it, I wouldn't have said it. That's the whole reason I said it. So I'm gonna take any flack that I get for the shit that I say, and I couldn't give two fucks anyway. I'm gonna take that flack because if I didn't want to have you hear me say that to get the response that I'm getting, I would have never said it. And so sometimes people are gonna do things and say things that are not of your liking. Yeah. But you have to figure this out also in this business. Not everybody's going to like you in any shape or form, in anything that you do. So when you stop trying to make people like you, you free your life up because you're fucking trying to chase people that ain't going to fucking like you in the first fucking place. So when you just leave their ass where the fuck they're at and you just concentrate on being you, those that'll gravitate towards you will gravitate regardless to the fact. So you sitting there trying to please everybody, you just being a fake motherfucker on the real.
That's real. That's real.
That's real. Let's talk about the climate. What was the climate like around when the Juice Crew was at their pinnacle? And when I mean climate, I mean by like how was rap perceived from a street standpoint, commercial standpoint, and just kind of like overall in general? Like what was the temperature like back then?
We didn't check those temperatures. All the Juice Crew knew that nobody could fuck with us. That's all we knew. We didn't go checking temperatures to see can we bother with that. Nah, we was blazing everything coming. Now, if you notice that the Juice Crew has set a precedence for a lot of acts that came afterwards. All right.
True.
See,
Fact.
Def Jam, they were all single artists, right? Juice Crew came around. It was a conglomerate of artists. After the Juice Crew, you got your Wu-Tangs. Now, how did that happen? RZA and GZA. RZA used to be signed to Cold Chillin'. He took the Cold Chillin' motto and he made the Wu-Tang. Him and RZA. Prince Paul. You know what I'm saying? Made, you know, so the Juice Crew set a precedence for a lot of these groups that's out here now, the Cash Monies and all of this.
Right. Y'all basically were just concerned on just doing y'all. That's why y'all were so successful.
Nobody was touching us, and we had the attitude of that.
And
everybody was saying, well, it was MC Shan against the Juice Crew. I mean, MC Shan and the Juice Crew against BDP. No, it wasn't. It was MC Shan against BDP because Juice Crew didn't back me like that. I stood on my own.
Yeah.
Remember, Chris and my crew were friends. Chris and my crew were friends. So if I thought that I'm gonna have my crew look out when it comes to nigga, that wasn't gonna happen. That's why I always stood on my own. Because even though I had a crew, I ain't have a crew. Period.
That is a Juice Crew.
So if you gotta look at me, now if you gotta look at me from them days of when I'm going through stripes and all of that, and ain't nobody down with me, you think I gave a fuck what the Juice Crew was doing?
That's true.
Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas don't ride with me like that anyway. Yeah, we a crew, and that's probably the first time I'm ever saying it in fucking public. But I rode with Shantae. Anything came after me, if it wasn't biz, y'all ain't ride with a nigga like that, so I ain't give a fuck.
Yeah. Is it?
And
that kind of lead me
to say that because G was my nigga too. You know what I'm saying? But G ain't had nothing to do with that. G was on some if anything pop off, we gonna pop a bop. But I didn't look for G as far as none of them as far as I need help with Chris. Come on, man, fuck out of here, nigga. I ain't never need that shit.
That kind of.
There's a story. Listen, there's a story going around that Kane, Fly Ty went to Kane and said, "Can you cool this out?" That's a fucking lie. A fucking lie. Now, Ty did go to Kane and say, "Could you cool this out?" Because he knew Shan was a wild ass nigga and something is about to happen. Can you please cool this out? So, Kane, if you ever think that Ty was coming to you to cool it out because he needed your help, no, it's because he knew your nigga Shan was that wild ass nigga. Like, you know, I'm that wild ass nigga. That if he actually said that, it wasn't because I needed help. It because that nigga know that nigga was about to do some old fuck nigga shit. Skinny as I am. I'm an old grandfather nigga now, so don't expect all of that shit out of me. I'd rather tell a nigga I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I mean? And go ahead home and feed my grandchildren. But back then, I was one of these young niggas now. Fuck that, I'm ready to die. Step on my sneakers, I'ma kill you. That was me then. But me now is a total different thing. So as far as being scared of people, hell no, I ain't care. And the whole industry will tell you that about me. Period. Shan ain't run from niggas. Look, who you gonna call? That gangster? That's my man.
Right.
What's the status? What's the status with the Juice Crew movie? You know anything about that?
I don't even know nothing about it. I ain't even check on it because we had other things in play. But you know, as with everything, when money becomes involved, everybody thinks they're bigger than the next nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they should deserve more money than the next motherfucker. So that shit went out the window because nobody can agree that it just was a conglomerate. You know, we should get all the same check and let it be that.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that one.
And so when it comes to things like that, I don't think about putting other people down anymore. Because you can't never depend that your schedule is going to be on their schedule and then you're going to need them and they're not going to be available for you. So I never sit back and think, ooh, I need the Juice Crew to help me with this. Fuck out of here. I ain't asking a nigga shit. Because you know why? Look, let me tell you something. That's some real shit. Because Kane might need me or Shantae might need me, and my schedule don't fit they shit. This should go for any and everybody. Don't never put nobody on your boat. Be able to row your own fucking boat. Now, if somebody can jump on your boat and help you row, it's a different story. But never start out your motherfucking journey depending on other folks to be in on what the fuck you're in on, because you're driving the way you feel about that shit. They don't have the same passion.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you start out your journey, start that journey by yourself. And if everybody who's down with you are willing, they'll jump on that boat and help you row. But don't ask them shit, because that's when you really gonna know where your motherfucking friends are.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Yo, and shout out to TJ Swan too. TJ Swan is the original Nate Dogg.
Right. It's crazy.
Swan, look. Let me tell you something. TJ Swan is the original Al B. Sure. You know how Al B. Sure got around? Al B. Sure got around. Al, you know I love you, nigga, and you know this the truth. Al B. Sure used to be hanging in the motherfucking rafters of the shows while Swan singing, right? And Swan is an off note nigga. Al B said, I could do that. So you want to be off on your own, girl. You want to be, you ain't have to sing. Swan made it okay not to be able to sing and make some fly shit.
Yeah. Yo,
you know,
he be doing this thing though.
And everybody I'm talking about know your man, Shan. I ain't going, this is just how I am, period. I say this shit right in your face, nigga. And we'll be laughing about it. See, a lot of people don't know. Like I said something about Mel yesterday on the Instagram, right?
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't know that when we're at shows and it's all of us in the back, these are the kind of jokes that we throw at each other and be talking mad shit to each other, but it's all in fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about Mel coming to put his fucking big ass arm around my skinny neck. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's the same type of shit we be telling each other behind stage, yo.
Man, I'm glad that you do interviews like these, because it gives a full perspective for real. Because nothing comes off to us as disgruntled, angry, or anything like that, because a lot of people don't have the backstory to a lot of these things and don't know that y'all are cordial and friends with each other behind the scenes as well. These are, so if they see how you might come off, or they might interpret it the wrong way. Essentially, to explain yourself, it puts everything in its proper perspective.
Now you know what I call that? I call that the people who are manipulating the situation are the listeners. You know what I'm saying?
That's fact.
People who think they know and don't really know. These are the people getting on your timeline spewing bullshit. Because they don't actually know. Because if you actually knew, you wouldn't be saying that dumb shit you saying right there. Because now you look stupid. You know what I'm saying? And most of the times it's just people that ride for you. And you can't be mad because somebody ride for a nigga like that. But just don't come at me with that ride for a nigga shit when I could tell, like you was there in the room when this shit went down. And you trying to tell me what went down and I was in the room. Shut the fuck up.
Hey. That's facts. But yeah, my brother Rome asked you a question. I want to go back and reiterate on it. We need a documentary. I remember when I first seen the NWA movie, and when I was growing up, I couldn't listen to them niggas. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100, and it put things in perspective. Made me want to go do my history on them and have an understanding. I think that you guys more than deserve that as well, so people can have a clear understanding or something of reference point the way so they could do their own research and find out. So I'm pushing for
Google. They want to really know. But see, when you go ahead and Google, you're going to get a lot of fuck nigga Vlad fucking interviews and shit. So that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of niggas snitching on their motherfucking cell phone Vlad. So you can't even really fucking depend on the internet to fucking, you know what I'm saying? And I only say that because motherfucking the nigga gave me some shine and whatever. But it's the way the nigga be fucking culture vulturing and shit. I know niggas in jail right now fucking with that nigga. So do y'all. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you get on there and you want the dirt. You want niggas to be on your show and be real niggas. And they snitching on themselves, not knowing that the motherfucking feds still got a fucking secret indictment on your monkey ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you sitting on this nigga motherfucking show because you think that's going to give you some street cred. Dumbass, all I got you with 20 fucking years in jail. Keep fucking with that nigga if you want.
Yeah, there's a lesson there. Like you don't have to answer every question.
Exactly. And why does everything have to be so fucking of a negative fucking aspect? Damn, my phone got 7%. Let me go get my plug. I ain't playing this. Get my plug. Now you're gonna hear the kids scream because they don't want daddy to leave. But that's what it is.
I mean, the whole thing,
baby. I know, baby. Watch. Y'all gonna hear it in 1 second. You hear him? Yeah. Hey, I'll be right back. No. Oh God.
Don't chase me.
Right. You out too.
No, I gotta, come on, they gotta understand that this is how I maintain the money to feed them. I have to do these things. They're young at this point, but one day they'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me plug this shit in before we go black, yo. I know that shit about to go black. Bam! Come on, let's go. Ow! Yes. I finally can see y'all again.
Is there any Juice Crew stories that the world might not know that you feel like sharing tonight? I love all it. Is a soon to be historian. Pushing towards.
You know what? Right. You know what Juice Crew story? Juice Crew story that I want to share with the world tonight that the world might know and might not? I want the Juice Crew story to come back to where Biz gets out of the hospital. And Biz is okay, and Biz is doing just fine. That's the Juice Crew story that I want. Yeah. I don't want a story for me. I don't want a story for no one else. I want the story to be a good story for Biz.
No doubt.
What was he like back in the day?
Right, Swan. Biz was always, when the nigga lying. Because he'd always go, right, Swan, or right, Vaughn, and them niggas are what they gotta agree. So you knew when Biz was lying. You never, right, Swan. Tell him, Kane.
Did you guys used to battle back in the day?
Here go. Huh?
The Juice Crew, did y'all have like scrimmages, MC scrimmages back in the day?
We used to just tear people up on the tour buses. We used to have this thing called a rhyme game, right? Mm-hmm. Where you say a part, then you got to pass it to the next and pass it to the next. And it was Salt and Pepper, and all of us was down. Salt and Pepper, Divine Sounds, a whole lot of folks was down. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's dope.
My phone just says somebody's on. Look. My phone says somebody's on the side of your house, so I had to look. I don't like being snuck up on. There's sensors all around my house, and you can't move on my joint without me knowing about it.
I'm not mad at that, and you can apparently fix anything. Like I've watched your IG, bro, and like you fixed everything. This side of a drone.
Washing machine, dryers, everything. But that just goes to show that I'm not just a rapper. See, there's some rappers out here that are just rappers, and that's all they can talk about all day. I have a whole thing that I can talk about. What I try and do is I try and give people some kind of a hope and a light. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be rich to have everything. Everything you see in the background, I bought it outright cash, but I didn't pay $20,000 for it, and I fixed it up. You know what I'm saying? My boat had a hole in it when I bought it. Now it floats. Kind of thing. You dig what I'm saying? It's just what you want to put into what you. I'm living a good life with minimal money.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
because I'm cheap. I can go buy jewelry, all that, but I just like looking at my money in my account nowadays. It's not no joke.
Yeah.
And instead of me going and buy me a nice car that I'm gonna pay $1,000 a month for because I got insurance and then the note is another $700, so that's $1,700 just for me to drive to here to there, and the car stays parked in the yard all day. That doesn't make sense to me. And so I'd rather go buy a piece of shit Tahoe like I got for $3,000, put some money into it, I'll own it, and if I can't pay for it next week, it's still gonna sit in my yard. Nobody's coming to get it. I'm not living above my means, and if things were to get screwy, I'm still above. Instead of trying to live like the Joneses and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure that people see, oh, that nigga got that karma shit. So watch this nigga gonna start changing on us. No, I still wear my QB Legacy joint, yo. Queensbridge Legacy. I ain't got no fancy clothes. I don't even got a suit, y'all. The suit that I have is the suit they gonna bury me in.
Nah, yo.
I ain't no fly dapper nigga like that. If a motherfucker tell me, yo, it's a black tie affair, I say, yo, y'all gonna let me in like this? I am in some shit, man.
All right. So I got a question, right? 18-year-old MC Shan. You give him Instagram and you give him Twitter. What happens next?
None of these niggas who you see doing it now will be doing what the fuck they doing. If we had Twitter and we had Instagram back when we would have kept showing y'all niggas what real fucking shit was. It wouldn't have been no lapse in it where y'all was just listening to the magazines. We would have been in your ear all day, letting y'all know that it's not right to be out here shooting your brother. Yes, that's the way we grow up, and you get to that mind state after a certain age, but at least we would have still had our hand in it. You know what I'm saying? But the powers that be didn't want that hand in it to show the black folks how to pull themselves up out of the motherfucking rut that they in. And so, fuck that. We glad y'all niggas couldn't fucking put your shit nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a fire-ass question too, AJ. You know what? I didn't hear until yesterday, man. And I feel sad to say it, but "Time for Us to Defend Ourselves" is a timeless fucking song.
And see, this right here is what I say. People want to say, well, what are you doing for the cause? I was the first one to put my neck out there like that. You know, the police hated me in Queensbridge. They hated me. They couldn't do nothing to me, though. Why? Because I was a celebrity. And they knew that. And that record, they was mad. I had police calls. And what that was the same thing that they're doing our black youth now. They did it to my friend, Richard Luke. They did it to him. And I decided I was going to make a record about it long before the George Floyds and the things. And that just goes to show you that the time, there's nothing changed. Nothing changed. Many presidents that we done got in office and out of office and many mayors and whatever, none of them are for our cause, period. So, in the end of the day, we got to start asking ourselves, are we just running on a fucking treadmill? When is we going to just sit back and fucking care about our own cause instead of jumping on everybody else's, feeling sorry for the fucking Jews of the Holocaust? No disrespect, but do the Jews say, hey, no, they want our money still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that felt sorry for except for the Negroid. Every other person, even the Indians have got reparations. We're still waiting for our 40 acres and a mule. And when I start talking like this, now this is when I really turn people off. Because, oh, shit, here you go. Because I'm not just a dumb fucking rapper.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about Joe Biden. Motherfucker, he gonna be in the fucking office for 4 years. He gave you a stimulus check now, and you going to dick like that? What the fuck he gonna do for the next fucking 4 years, 3 years and 9 motherfucking months?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas happy on his dick because he gave you $1,600. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, I ain't even get a stimmy. You feel what I'm saying?
I did appreciate the stimmy.
Fuck Joe Biden.
I did. I spent my.
Let me not say that because they're gonna fucking come to my house with the Secret Service tonight or some shit. Shan, you've been popping too much shit on the internet, and we really like Chris, so we're gonna lock you up tonight.
They're good. The police gonna pull up and say, "You know we fuck with Chris, right?"
Right.
All right, Rome. What question we going with today?
Go ahead.
Don't ask me no top 5 because I could never answer that.
No, it's completely no. Come on, Rome. What's up, man? We doing Michael and Prince.
Good.
You sure?
Yeah, good.
Hey, listen. I wonder if y'all knew I got a new song out called Bounce. Since y'all play music, I got a new record out called Bounce. And, you know, I'm trying to promote that at the same time. Although, you know what I mean? That ain't the main important thing that I'm about. I ain't trying to switch up and try and be politically correct because I've got a song out. Now I need you to like me.
It's your world, King. Say less. Say less.
Yeah, we definitely gonna check that out.
Okay, we got you.
Get it from Jeff. Yeah, I don't know why Jeff ain't gave it to y'all. Matter of fact, it's on my page. Okay. And look, I've been having a lot of responses from DJs that like to make their own remixes, and it's just been overwhelming to how what I saw, everybody else saw a different vision for it. And when everybody can see your vision and they can put it to their own vision, to me, that shit is like, I've got fucking bass mixes, I've got reggae mixes, I've got fucking Spanish mixes, I've got all kind of things going on with this record Bounce. You know what I'm saying? I've got even a Cardi B record Bounce where Cardi B ain't even on her own song and your man Shan ripping. If it's up and it's up and it's up, then it's up.
That's fucking fire. Yeah, we're definitely gonna tap into that. I was getting ready to ask you. Prince versus Michael Jackson in a fist fight. Who wins?
Oh my Lord.
Hello?
I'm here.
Hey, Shay, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I don't know.
Look, but see, that goes really against my whole. Look, although I'm about some fuckery now, see, I'm about some fuckery. Let's not get it wrong. But that right there is just totally what these people have been doing to us for the longest, pinning us against each other. They're both great. I would say, fuck that. I ain't none of y'all niggas fighting. Y'all ain't doing none of this shit. That's what I'd be saying. If I seen them get ready to fight, I wouldn't turn on my camera and try and film the shit. I'll be like, yo, this is the shit they want from us. They want to see us doing this shit. You don't find no motherfucker. Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Billy Joel against Elton John.
I'm actually surprised you with this one. I think Elton John beats the shit out of Billy Joel.
See, but at least you've got an answer for someone else's culture. Thank you very much. Now you're getting it. Let it not be only us that they're fucking pinning each other against. Let's pin them Dolly Parton against motherfucking.
That's a bar.
Marilyn Monroe or something like that.
Actually is right there, bro.
Right. Let's start putting these motherfuckers up on this pedestal.
I don't want to get into my super duper pro black bag today. You feel me? So I'm gonna chill. But I agree with him, man. I only see these type of questions when it's pertaining to black people. Like, this person in their catalog all gotta be removed. Pick one. Like, no, I don't want to pick none of them niggas. I love all of them. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? Like, who? Why would you even say this question?
I think it's more familiarity. Like most black folks,
it's a conversation piece. It's a conversation piece, but you never hear who's better out of Dirk Nowitzki and Dragic Petrovic. They will put Jordan against LeBron always for it. You feel what I'm saying?
Dragic Petrovic was nasty as fuck.
That's just my point.
Right.
That's just my point. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got to stop doing that. We are the main proprietors of that right there. You know, downing each other and hating on the next man. And if any time that we could get a message in, like I'm slipping it in now, we need to wake up, yo. We need to wake up for real. Yes, and you would say this from you, nigga. You just was talking about Chris, but that's all in hip hop. That has nothing to do with how I feel about him as a person. I would never see anyone do anything to him, and we had to stand together at many points. When we were out on the road, we did mad shows together, right? We'd be in the middle of South Carolina, and it's him and me from New York, and it's the whole fucking town against us. So only thing we had to do was stand back to back with each other. Not that we ever gotten any brawl fights or nothing like that, but in the end of the day, if it came down to it, we had each other's back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so regardless of when you hear me talking that bullshit like I'm mad or something, in the end of the day, that has nothing to do with how I feel about him as a man.
That's
fire.
I'm so glad you
let me
said
hold it. Wait. Let me fix that because he's embroiled in some kind of other shit. So let me not say the way I feel as I feel about him as an MC. Because you know that man shit that he's embroiled in over there and shit. I don't want to be involved in that. So I ain't even gonna sit here and try and indulge in that. Look at him as a man shit. Woo! Another sneak shot. Another sneak shot.
I don't know if that was a sneak shot, but definitely another shot. Yo, man. If people do want to check out the new song or they want to get in touch with you, how they go about doing that?
They could listen to it right now. It'll be up on all your digital joints. You know what I'm saying? It's on SoundCloud. If any of y'all DJs want to go ahead and get it off of SoundCloud and mix it up and do whatever you want to do, it's on SoundCloud. It's called Shizzle with a Whizzle Bounce. And Shizzle with a Whizzle Bounce will be on Amazon, Spotify, and all that this week. You know, but in the meantime, you could check it out on my page, MC Shan 1. MC Shan with a number 1 is so fire right now that I've got girls in Brazil doing the bounce. You can see the videos. You can see the Brazilian mountains in the back and the girls doing the bounce. They got their own little shake pop over there, but I appreciate it.
and for research purposes only, I may have to watch that.
Research it.
Yes, just for research purposes.
Just for research purposes. We're going to research this. We're not looking at it for any other reasons but to research the mountains that's in the back. He said that there's Rio de Janeiro mountains in the back, so that's what we're looking for.
No doubt. Hey, did y'all have any questions before we let this legend get up out of here?
Cause you know, another minute, them folks gonna be saying you neglecting your kids, Shan, but they big sisters back there with them.
All right. So what we gonna see you on Drink Champs?
Oh, when I could get to Nori. Nori gave me an open invitation and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm that single father type of thing. I do got a baby mama and stuff like that, but right now, when you don't agree, you got to, you know what I'm saying? So during the weeks, I have to be home with my daughter. She's on homeschool. And so I really can't get down to, now, if I would have thought about it, it's spring break this weekend. I could have got down to Florida. I would have drove down. No need to put me in a hotel, Nori, because I'm driving the shit. I don't want no corona from nowhere. I bring my own fucking things. You know what I mean? And I would have went down there. But Nori has given me an open invitation to come. But, you know, it's just the timing and whatnot.
That's fine. Yo, I respect it. I was a single dad, too, man. Like, I was a single dad for like 9 years. I had my little girl, and I got married, like, later on down the road and shit. But I definitely understand that.
Right.
No, so right now in my life, they are number one. You know what I'm saying?
It should be perfect.
What I do is I sneak, like tonight's y'all thing is a sneak in, right? Because on Friday to Monday, I usually don't do no work, so I can dedicate all my time to them. Yeah. And I ain't really got the, you know what I'm saying? And so during the week, I fuck with y'all all week, but Friday,
out of there. Yeah.
I shut all
we
this
definitely
shit down.
appreciate it.
But I appreciate y'all, you know, and this was set up already, and y'all didn't know that I'm a weekend warrior like that, so don't worry about it. I had to sneak this one in, but if any of you niggas think you talking to me tomorrow,
Kill that noise.
I'm not mad at that. Rome, you good, bro? What you want to say?
Nah, I'm good, man. Shit, big shout out Shan coming through, rocking with us, man. We will never forget this day, man. We appreciate you so much, brother. Appreciate the build. Follow me on IG at striving for perfection _43. Shout out Keith Development. Shout out 300 Gangsters. Big shout out to Queensbridge. Big shout out to Illmatic being inducted into the Library Hall of Congress.
Oh yeah. I must say that too. Big shout to Nas. We got Queensbridge in that motherfucker now. Y'all done fucked up.
Facts.
That's a fact.
That's dope.
Yeah. Outside of that, man, that's it, man. I'll let us next week.
No doubt.
I'm gonna try to squeeze this question. I'm gonna try to squeeze this question. It's gonna be quick. If they want to do a Queensbridge Finest 2, would you be open for it?
Niggas got to pay me now.
We need it, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody's getting money behind that project. Ain't about no, yo, Shan, it'll be a good look. You're right. It'd be a good look if I was on that record. It'd be even a better look if I had some money in my pocket, sir.
Facts.
So, are you saying that you did the first one off the string?
No. But look. Yeah. Check this out. I did that off the string. Now listen. When you're doing good business in this music, you should never have to ask a nigga where the check at. If a motherfucker ain't trying to beat you, they should come to you with the check. Now, I'm going to give a lot of y'all, this is a jewel that I'm going to give a lot of you, and you're going to have to live your life according to this jewel. Now, when somebody calls you and they'll call me, yo, Shan, I need you to do so-and-so and so-and-so and so. And here goes my question that I asked myself. If you had the check, would you be calling me? 99% of the time, the answer is no. So that means you need me to get the check. Right. So ask yourself next time a person is calling you what their motivation is for calling you all of a sudden and they ain't got no money in their hand. Because anybody that's out to do any proper business with you and they're going to come and say, look, I've got a check for you, and will you accept this much for your services on that? But when they come with their fucking hand out and ain't got shit to do with it, ain't got shit in it, you make them smack themselves in the fucking face with it like, psh.
Facts. Super facts, man.
No doubt, man. Definitely appreciate the jewel too, bro. Shit. On that note, man, we definitely appreciate your time, your energy, and your wisdom, King. It has truly been, like Rome said, we won't forget this one, man. Definitely been a privilege.
I appreciate y'all. Now I'm going to take care of my kids, so I'll holler at y'all another day, another time. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Out.
That was fucking dope.
That was fine.
That was dope. And we're not endorsing Drink Champs, by the way.
It was a reason why. It was a reason why I asked. You feel what I'm saying? Nori from Queens, he's from Queens. The backstories that they're going to tell. You feel?
Tell Nori we need to be on Drink Champs.
I agree, man. I agree. I agree.
I feel, if we got on Drink Champs, bro, I fit right in on that moment.
I'm not drinking much on Drink Champs.
That's the setup. That's the setup.
Yeah, that's the setup. Bro.
I don't know if y'all seen that episode when he had Brand Nubian on there and Sadat X got drunk. He was on that motherfucker talking about who got beef with Lord Jamal. I kill all you niggas. This nigga Nori was like, all right, this show's over. This show's last thing we need is niggas on that bitch talking about getting the blicks for real. We here for music.
Yeah, bro. We're not. No, I'm cool on that one, man. I ain't getting too saucy, but I would enjoy myself, man. I fucks with Drink Champs, man. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking dope. We gotta do this more often. I think we did a good job. I think he enjoyed himself. We talked about some. Hey, that's crazy though that they stole that nigga's beat though, bro, for Rock the Bells. Nigga, one of the most classic hip hop songs ever.
Right.
Yo, LL is still the best show I ever been to live. Yo. Hey yo, Hov, yo, Wu-Tang performing up and concert, yo, in July, yo, at Live. What's up with it?
At where?
I won't be there. At Baltimore Live.
Nah, they're further down, yo. Not downtown here. Further down though. Probably like
I mean, I would want to go regardless, just because it's Wu-Tang. I would always like. It's kind of up in the air who's actually going to be there. You feel what I'm saying? Because I watched a documentary on them not too long ago, for real, and it's still some slight tension. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially like with the projects, with the $1 Million album and the little series they got. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
It is, but I still. I mean, it's
everybody ain't getting paid the same. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
On that note, man, I gotta get out of here, bro.
All right, fellas.
All right. This was a great show, man.
It was.
Melvin and Mindset.
Yo, we got. Don't forget to watch the whatchamacallit tomorrow, man, so we can talk about that shit.
No, shout out to Melvin.
Oh, you think I'm gonna forget about watching the battle of this magnitude?
I'm
calling it.
Okay.
Cass 2-1 debatable, yo. I'm calling it right now.
Oh, no, I don't think he's gonna win the round, yo.
I don't think he's gonna win a second. I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, Hitman 3-zips him easily.
If Hitman don't 30 Cass, and Cass get around, and he make it debatable, Cass win, yo.
I'm not mad at that.
I would agree with that. But it's not gonna
I'm not mad at that.
He's going to do better than what niggas think, yo. And if he
niggas say that every time and he get trashed, bro.
If he shows up good.
Why is the bar set so low for this nigga when he's supposed to be 37,000 and
The thing about Cassidy is for real. He trying to bring how he feels about battle rap to rap, and that's not.
I couldn't.
No, sorry. What you were saying?
That's why you ain't asking that when we was on it.
I don't know. I just thought about that shit.
Okay.
I was kind of leaning towards it.
But he wasn't battling Hitman at the time either.
It don't matter. He gonna say the same shit. It don't matter.
He is gonna say the same shit.
Well, I know he's gonna forever. It doesn't matter when you ask him the question. He could lose to everybody in the URL and still be like, "I'm the GOAT."
Yo, this nigga Cassidy asked Hitman, yo, said you want to go for your bag now. Why you ain't go for your bag when them niggas robbed you for your watch and your Nick Cannon chain? Oh my God. He called it a Nick Cannon chain. And he said it, yo, the way he says things, yo, is fucking hilarious, yo. Because he be so calm, yo, and really believe everything he says.
I'm known for knocking niggas out. He was like, oh, you know.
It was like, I will destroy you. I destroy you, Cass. Cass said they're like how? Like how?
Yo,
like I'm the energy.
Too.
I'm the science.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is fucking hilarious.
Yo, and I've been looking. Told you I'm researching the Sharon shit too. You know, this nigga got 102 battles, bro.
Oh my, and he still ass.
And you can't name 12 niggas.
I can't name what?
12 niggas he battled.
That nigga battled Real Deal.
Chef you going on the list?
Yes, nigga. I'm told you I'm doing my motherfucking research, nigga.
I'm not mad at that, yo. It doesn't make them any better though.
But listen to this nigga resume, bro. Geechee Gotti, Arsenal, Patch Day, Shotgun Suge, DNA, Charlie Clips, John the Don, Thesaurus, Big Cannon, Gems, QP, Sirius Jones, Averb, Tay Rock, Chilla Jones, K Shine, Cortez, B Magic, nigga. Who else got a resume like that, nigga?
I'm glad you said that for real. Hit me out. I'm glad you said that for real, because that goes back to my point for real. The role that he plays in those battles was the reason why he was getting those battles for real. Hey man, I'm the goofy white guy. Let me battle the street guy with gun bars and all that for real. And all those things.
But he battled them, bro.
I'm not. Hear me out.
He did not. He won a great majority of those battles, bro.
No, the fuck he didn't, yo.
Well,
he didn't.
Battle rap is subjective, but that's
okay.
I don't want to.
What do you think, AJ?
Hear me out. If he won a loss, really doesn't matter for real. I think a lot of the wins that people give him is all fallacy for real, in my personal opinion, because he plays this innocent.
About the wins you give him.
I don't give him a lot of wins. He didn't beat Penn State. He didn't beat Tay Rock. He didn't beat Arsenal. He didn't beat Geechee. Like he didn't beat none of these people to me. Like he didn't beat Suge. Like when you like when you go in there and you play this victim type of role for real, with a couple bars in between and say, hey, I know that you can beat the shit out of me, but why you ain't shoot that guy last week? Just like the same example you was making for KRS-One and Shan for real. Like if just because you feel what I'm saying, like
that nigga said, what you know about your credit?
Criticizing that nigga. You criticizing that nigga for telling the truth.
No, bro. That nigga really asked somebody and tried to victimize himself for having good credit because he was battling somebody like get the fuck out of here, yo.
Well, here's the thing, right? Because if we're going to say that Sharon is saying the truth, that he'll get beat up, when them niggas say in their rounds they'll beat him up, that's the truth too.
It is.
That's the truth too.
It is.
But people take that away from.
They take away from Sharon for saying, I admit you'll beat me up.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him for real. I just don't think he wins. I'm not mad at him. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to. He just don't win to me.
Okay.
I'm mad that you that weak and will say some bullshit like that as a grown ass man. Yes.
Okay, you're that weak. Like, there's a lot of niggas out there. Like I Mike Tyson would beat the fuck out of me. Does this make me weak?
But if you was to get in a battle with him, you would never say, I know that my dick is small and you can beat me up.
Right.
You're not going to say that for real. He's playing along to his whiteness, his ailment, because he does like.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at him for doing it. It just doesn't work for me. That's all I'm saying.
Like Suge plays into the I'm bigger than you, I can bully you role. Like a lot of niggas play into whatever their physical characteristics are.
Yo, Suge can't hide the fact that he's 6'3".
No, he can't. So, but he's intimidate. He plays the intimidator because he's expected to be the intimidator.
Yo,
he plays that.
I agree with that. But you can play but like we can see that Suge is physically intimidating. Pause. We don't know what size Sharon piece is for real. But you say that shit to play in a stereotypical role to get people on your side for real. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, he's doing exactly the same thing everybody else does.
I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad at that.
I feel you.
Suge's rapping about DDTing the nigga, bro. This nigga's rapping about having a father at home and being depressed. Like it's not the same, bro.
It's not. I'm not. That's not even my point of contention. I'm not saying at all that it's the same. It's not. It's completely different. What I'm saying is the same is that they're using their physicality as a weapon, a strong point.
Why are you looking up strong?
I'm literally.
We had the conversation, and I told you when we had a conversation about whether or not he should be.
Make me convince me. Let me hear some Sharon bars, yo.
I did not write down bars, bro. I'm not doing that.
Well, here's my thing, right?
Actually, I might like. There's some shit that I can like. I can't quote this shit though, so I'm not.
You know what? All right, hey, Jones. I need you to do me one favor. Since we talked about Sharon for real, and I don't hate Sharon. I don't hate white rappers or anything like that, so I don't want that perception to get out there. I really want you to watch him matched up with somebody that he can't play that type of role with, and I'll give you the perfect battle. Him versus Rome. It's a very, very good battle. It's split kind of
right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was that last year?
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah, right. It was on the same card with Disaster Battle.
I think I've seen that one.
Dope battle. It was a dope battle. I think Rome, like, I don't even want to classify Rome as a white rapper for real, because that's like kind of taken away from his skills. I always like Rome. I like Rome when he battled Charles Hamilton in some high school footage for real. When Charles Hamilton went to a school, that's how far back I go. Like I know who Rome is. Like Rome fucked up Awkwards. We all remember Awkwards for real.
Yeah.
Fuck. He damn near retired for real. So it's not. It's nothing really against Sharon or him being whatever he is. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the angles. Like I think that Pat Stay lost the Shotgun Suge too because he took that angle as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all ain't gonna fuck with me because I'm white and all this other stuff. Like, yo, Pat Stay probably gets more love than 75% of the black rappers in totality.
Facts. And low key, like if I had to make like a case for a white rapper, he would probably be his resume is just as impeccable as Sharon's.
Right.
And I would
Pat
say
Stay.
he's got more
Pat
dubs.
Stay's record.
I actually think that Pat Stay got some really good wins for real. Like he beat a good Averb. Like he beat a really good Averb for real. You feel what I'm saying? He battled Math, Disaster. Like, well, I ain't gonna lie, he did lose to Calico though. Yo. Like Calico's like that rapping about nothing, yo. But once he pushed that nigga hat 70 degrees backwards off his head, I'm like, yeah.
But like his resume, like there's only and I want to say, wait a minute, did Averb battle Lux?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I didn't remember. Then he's like the only one that has battled Mook and Lux and everybody else.
That's why Verb is you could really argue Verb to go.
You could.
You can argue it. I wouldn't. Verb got too many bad losses though, yo. Like he got horrible.
Who's the GOAT, bro?
I mean, you can say that. You feel what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong. I wouldn't disagree with it.
But
I
I'm
wouldn't
asking you, like in your opinion, who's the GOAT?
Murder Mook.
I would not give it to him. Definitely not.
In my opinion, like what he did was so phenomenal in his time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all right. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to bring this up and make it a whole separate argument, but I'm gonna try to make a correlation for real. The way that you say that the Fat Boys was like commercialized for real, like Murder Mook was actually like the first commercial battle rapper for real. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing was, he wasn't attempting to go commercial for real. He was just like,
it just happened.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? And all right, before he came back to battle Solomon, Murder Mook was retired for 3 years. And that was after his battle with Sirius Jones. So his first really big comeback was against Young Hot. Everybody go and say, who the fuck is Young Hot? He's not really opposition. But that still doesn't take away from the shit that Mook was saying to him. Mook said legendary shit to Young Hot on his very, very, very first return. Like that kind of like solidified it. And that was back then when niggas wasn't battling 3 times or 4 times in a year. They were so sparingly, like you will see one battle, 9 months later, you will hear about a battle, then you gotta wait for the DVD to come out for real. So the times was different. And I think that the way he put on and he held himself as a battle rapper for real, would make him like, if he's not the GOAT, then he would be the battle rap logo. You feel what I'm saying?
I could give him the logo.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't feel it's cool. Like if you don't feel he's a GOAT, that's perfectly fine.
And I kind of go back and forth, but I'm gonna have to actually I'm gonna stick with Hollow the Don.
What?
I fucks with Hollow the Don, man. I just do, man. It's either him or Lux.
Lux don't got enough battles to be the GOAT, yo. Like
he really don't.
Well, Impact plays a lot in things too. You feel what I'm saying? Like a nigga like Iverson don't got no rings, but his impact is still prevalent to this day.
Iverson influenced the entire era, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that next era after one, them niggas wanted to be Iverson, bro.
Only one other nigga really changed, like went and tried to be Lux. I'm gonna say tried to be Lux, but
that's what I'm about to say.
Kind of went down that same lane.
Like no cap. After Summer Madness 2, bro, niggas was trying to preach to niggas.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? Like. I never seen no shit like that in my life for real. This nigga Lux was standing in front of like 2,000 people. He was like Lux was standing in front of 2,000 people. What you mean? Or Summer Madness 2?
Hey, John,
Sharon versus Calico, right?
Sharon versus Mook.
Right, yeah.
Who would win?
Yeah, Sharon versus Mook. This nigga gotta think about it. Damn.
Mook is so overrated to me, man.
Are you crazy?
God,
this nigga. Oh my god.
I would still probably give it to Mook though.
Probably.
Yeah. Begrudgingly.
Calico. I say Calico. Sharon would get the floor mop with him for real.
He would.
Sharon would get the boots completely.
It would depend on the angle. Like the angle that you was talking about, like the whiny shit. Yeah, like sometimes that can be a little overbearing.
No, bro, that's him every battle.
That's what I'm saying.
No, that's him versus black rappers.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem.
Yes. Like if he took a different angle against Mook, then he got a shot. But if he does the same thing, like and you're right, like that's like a his crutch with black folks.
I won't watch another Sharon battle until he finds his head.
I don't care about that.
You like see that's like, and that's the thing. You know, Sharon. He has some. I don't know if it's autism or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to get it wrong or whatever.
I can't remember what it is, but yeah, he do.
Right, he kind of plays off that too as well. I mean, for him to be rapping at a high level, I never say he doesn't rap at a high level for real. You feel what I'm saying? That's something to, you feel what I'm saying? You can hold your head on. You feel what I'm saying? But like you say, he has over 100 battles. After a while, it gets kind of repetitive. We already know your special move.
Yeah.
Now, feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. He got 102 per verse.
All right, let me ask you this: JC versus Sharon, who will win?
JC
easily for real. You feel? In my opinion, easily.
Yeah. Easily.
Chilla would be a wash. B Dot would be a complete.
Chilla would not. Chilla would be a tough battle.
What?
Yes.
I don't think you see Chilla versus.
You ain't seen no Chilla battles, yo.
No, his last two recent battles, B Dot and K Shine. Yo, this nigga Chilla is on another level. Yo. I'm
not disputing his greatness. I just think that Sharon can do a lot of what Chilla does, just not as good.
Oh my god!
But serviceable.
Sharon can do what Chilla do, yo.
He can. Like.
You mean just rap?
As far as the whole this scheming and shit.
Oh my god, yo, crazy!
It gives Sharon an opportunity to beat him more so than JC.
All right, yo, I'm out.
Are you kidding me? Like JC to me is much better than Chilla Jones. Like JC
much better than Chilla Jones.
When JC is in his bag, and yes, I know they battle, but when JC is in his bag, he is better than Chilla to me.
When did JC win Champion of the Year? Anybody?
I mean, Chilla just did, bro. Like you can't even start throwing that up in niggas' face.
Wait. Hold on. Let me see this for real, right? I do want to point this out as well. This was the first year he won, but he was in contention for the last 3 years as well.
Okay, but
his name was.
This is the first year he won. Okay, so you
all right, so it's 1-0 then.
It is.
If you want to look at it between him and JC or Sharon, to be perfectly honest.
And JC is his biggest enemy because he battle niggas at the grocery store. Like you got to stop doing that shit. You got to start acting like you want to be battler of the year. You know, be more strategic.
I agree with that. I would have loved to see JC versus like a Verb or somebody like that. You feel what I'm saying?
And then he kind of tends to fall off against like the really tougher competition too.
Right, because JC JC is fire, but he took a really bad loss to Loso last year. Like Loso kind of like upped his profile with that winning over JC for real. Like he was kind of talking to him. You feel me? And somebody of JC's talent and his recognition, he shouldn't even have been in that line of fire. He was supposed to be battling Lux around that time.
Yeah.
Or somebody of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? But like you said, JC will battle me. You feel what I'm saying? We pay him. You know what I'm saying?
And they won't even like charge you much. Like 150. All right.
Like, yo, this nigga Loso had a scheme about JC stealing $50 from him, my nigga. Like,
hey, yo, that's
the nigga bought receipts and all that shit. Like, that shit was crazy for real. Like, yo, this nigga JC is a shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because only in battle rap, your work ethic and the high productivity you put out there will not get you the best battle for real. It's more about being strategic than actually your work ethic. And what you do in those battles for real. Because if I battle Supermarket Wendy, you feel what I'm saying? And give her 30. Like it's a classic epic body for real. Instead of niggas looking at
the battle rapper only has like X amount of great battles in them. And I'm gonna say 15 to 20. And then you fall off a cliff.
That's for a select few as well. If you really want to be on, that's for a select
facts. True. You know, the great ones got 15 to 20 really good battles in them.
You know who got 15 to 20 good battles? You know who I'm about to say.
K-Rock.
Rock. You know it. He got at least like 15 to 20 of them, yo. I think, like,
and
if
I
you want to
Tay-Rock.
like if you really want to put things in subdivisions for real, I think that Tay Rock is the GOAT of URL. Until because things can change over for real. It's not etched in stone. But currently, right now, if you want to talk about somebody that kept the system afloat, being the headliner and putting on great battles for a long extended period of time, longer than anybody else in the URL. His run in the URL was longer than anybody else's in the URL.
Then how do you say that how do you say that Mook is the GOAT, but he's the GOAT of the URL? Then inherently he should be the GOAT. Then.
No, Mook is smack. Mook is
Right.
smack. Rock is URL. It's a difference.
Yeah, but like, come on, man. Like, who had like Smack is what? How many years compared to URL?
Well, the thing is, like, the thing about like making an all-time list for real, there's so many things you gotta take into account. Like times was different, styles was different, what people was receptive to was so different for real. And I don't want to like bang my head against a wall to add all these things into one collective. That's why I would break them down into subdivisions pretty much. You feel what I'm saying? Because I would say, like, even though I don't feel like Hollow's a GOAT, I would say that Hollow is definitely one of the GOATs of grind time. By far.
Yeah. Hollow is a face on battle rap Mount Rushmore.
I don't even know if I can put Hollow in battle rap Mount Rushmore for real, because he doesn't beat a lot of street rappers.
Then who you got then? A-Verb gotta be there.
I got Arsenal there.
I Arsenal.
I got Arsenal there. Like Arsenal is fire, yo, but he can like, yo, even you know what's so funny about Arsenal, yo, even when this nigga be rambling, yo, like that should be constructed so like I never seen somebody construct bullshit filler so well. Like, yo, that shit be sounding fire, yo. But you just be like, wait a minute, yo. Did this nigga just say I will beat you to death with a saxophone? Like, what the fuck? I mean, with the way he said, clap the bro, spin his dress around like this like 4 times for real.
Crazy,
like, yo, that shit be looking wow, yo.
Do you know how much force you got to use to beat a nigga to death with a saxophone, bro?
He said he was going to beat a nigga to death with a clarinet from a cartoon. Mind you, somebody drew like it's not even an actual.
Squidward's clarinet.
Yo, a Squidward doesn't even play a real clarinet, so he got to take the sheet of paper that the artist drew it on, beat you to death with the sheet of paper that the clarinet is on. And he said that shit with so much emphasis, my nigga. So yeah, I mean, I'll give him a shot with a saxophone if he beating niggas up with cartoon items, nigga. Yeah, I mean, that's just like me saying. What was that company on the Road Runner and Wile E. Coyote?
Oh, Acme.
That's like me saying I'll blow up your whole house with an Acme bomb.
Hey, the Acme shit used to be lit though, like literally. Hey, I ain't got too much long. I got to get up out of here. What's your Mount Rushmore though, bro? You gave me 2. A-Verb, Arsenal.
No, Mook and Arsenal.
Mook and
Arsenal.
The A-Verb.
I said A-Verb.
I know a lot of people won't disagree with this. And I might take them off for real, because you put me on the spot right now. Disaster going there.
Oh God.
Disaster. I used to like Disaster, y'all. I
would put Thesaurus over Disaster.
I mean, I understand it just from a recognition standpoint, but I never really liked Thesaurus battle that much. So this is just more of a personal preference than just looking at things in totality. So this would just be my.
I'm just looking at his body of work and how long he did it.
I just saw Disaster singing for Joel Ortiz and Mook like a whole girl on Total Slaughter Angry Fan, bro. He's not on the Mount. He's probably the most overrated battle rapper of all time.
That's
so
not
who
true.
You got on your mind? All right, so wait a minute. Who did you say? AJ. You said Mook. Who else?
Arsenal. Disaster. All time. Rex.
Okay. So Mook.
Rex is probably the only battle rapper that battled at a very, very high level through all the generations of street battle rap.
Yo, him and Easy the Block Captain is gonna be dope.
Gonna be fine. And you know, Easy my new favorite battle rapper right now. Well, actually, he's my second. Well, he might be my favorite battle rapper right now. I might got him over Rock right now. I don't know. Easy, my man. I've been fucking with Easy for a minute now. I'm glad he's getting the recognition he deserves. He beat T-Top too. He beat the dog shit out of T-Top.
I gotta do some research on bro. All right. I got A Verb.
Sharon.
No, I'm not gonna put Sharon on. Stop it, bro.
If you put Sharon on the Mount Rushmore, yo,
I'm not gonna put him on. I wouldn't put him on Mount Rushmore, man. And in doing my research, man, if I was gonna put a white dude on there, it would be Thesaurus or Pat Stay. Like they would come before Sharon. So
on your Mount Rushmore or just a Mount Rushmore overall?
Like if I had to put a white person on there.
Well, my thing is this though. Like, do you really watch? Like, I ain't gonna say do you really watch because we all say Thesaurus battles for real. Like, are you
I used to fuck with Thesaurus back in the day, like when I first started watching battle rap.
Like, you know what? I don't have a Mount Rushmore, but I'll tell you who my top favorite battle rappers was in like 2011. It's Murder Mook, Tay Rock, Disaster, Dumbfounded, and Tech Nine.
Dumbfounded was my guy.
Dumbfounded is fire.
Dumbfounded is retarded, bro.
Fire.
Hey, one of my favorite battles ever is Dumbfounded and this dude named F versus this dude named FLO.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh my god,
I know what you're talking.
This nigga was saying shit about Dumbfounded.
I'm gonna tell you a fire. I'm gonna tell you a fire Dumbfounded battle for real, yo. Salute to Swave and them. You feel what I'm saying? And rest in peace to PH. But Dumbfounded was out that bitch doing all types of gymnastic moves that battle, yo. Like, he said something, yo.
You talking about versus PH?
Yeah, PH on Grind Time. This nigga, like, I never forget that shit to this day, because that shit was so funny. He'll say, I used to play Super Mario. You used to play Super Mario, the board game. Like, like the way he said it, I'm like, yo, he was cooking.
And he was a petty motherfucker too.
Right. Like I like the fact he really didn't play off stereotypes too much. You feel what I'm saying? He had his own unique way of flipping it. Because at one point in time, Grind Time was all stereotypical shit. Oh, you Asian this and such that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they used to go crazy for
a lot of cringe shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Especially looking at it in 2021.
Yo, all right. So I got Verb, Lux, Hollow, and Tay Rock.
Right.
Did you say Mr. Cave Gang himself?
I did, bro. Look, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. The nigga is, you absolutely right about him being the king of URL. Like that's not debatable. I don't like the cat. I'm not a fan of his, but I gotta respect the hustle.
Right. Somebody that's willing to give, like, you never really see somebody in a position that Tay Rock in giving out so many shots, battling niggas like fucking Glue Easy and giving 100%.
And still, like, I've never seen a Tay Rock battle where I was like, that nigga was not trying. And I can't say that for too many. Like everybody got at least one battle where you like, man, this nigga just needed some rent money.
Exactly.
Yo,
you feel what I'm saying? It's like
Tay Rock is undefeated. Yo, I fuck with if Rock on Mount Rushmore, he got a big ass fitted on. He got size 8 fitted on.
Yo, this nigga Rock used to wear big ass shirts that used to fit him properly. Like, yo, where the fuck did you find that shit? He had a big ass hat and a big ass flannel, yo. But that bitch fit perfectly, and she like, yo, God, like, is the shirt big or not? You feel what I'm saying?
Like, be ridiculous, bro.
Yo, this nigga hat used to bounce around his head so much. Pause, yo.
It's like this nigga's wearing a bassinet and shit.
Yo, that nigga threw his hat after when he battled JC. Yo, that shit flew all the way to the back of the crowd, my nigga.
Yo, I heard that shit in his mic. That was boo, 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 boo.
Yo, all right. Plug. Who you got, man? Who you on Rushmore so we can get out of here?
My Mount Rushmore is Verb, Lux, Mook, and I'll probably say Clips, yo. And I'm gonna say Clips. Don't kill me. I'm only going to say Clips because Clips was like the first twerk. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
But to a higher degree. You know what I'm saying? Like
Clips is fire, bro. Like I'm not mad at that.
If Clips was focused, you could literally say a focused Clips
could beat anybody.
Yeah, it would beat anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Focus Clips can't beat Lux. Well, not the Lux that he battled. You feel what I'm saying?
Not that one. Yeah, not
that. Like a lot of people sleep on that battle, yo. This nigga Lux told this nigga, yo, cause you know he was dating cause you know Clips be dating a lot of the battle rap chicks like Couture, Ash Cash, and all them, yo. Right. This nigga Lux said you'll rather be on a laptop and not worried about no back shots, yo. Like, yo, he be just saying, like, yo, this nigga is funny, yo. Lux be saying shit in the little crevices of shit for real. That's fucking hilarious, yo. Lux is a funny nigga, yo. Lux is a funny nigga, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did y'all hear T-Rex this song, bro?
That joke was hard. I liked it.
This shit was fire.
But I seen him talking about Easy the Block Captain.
Yo, Focus Rex can beat anybody.
No, he can't.
Focus Rex is so crazy.
No, he can't, bro.
I don't know, yo.
No, he can't, bro. I got no. We're not about to do.
Well, let me ask you this. All right. Since you say that a Focus Rex can't beat anybody, he beat the dog shit out of Averb.
Yeah.
He's with your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, anybody can lose on any given Sunday. But do I think that nigga could just beat anybody? No.
All right. Let's switch the rules up real quick. In the one rounder, he's dangerous enough to beat anybody, and I stand by that. In a one rounder, that nigga is dangerous. Him versus Young Illa is always probably gonna be the best 1 round battle ever. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what? I can't even disagree with you because a 1 rounder, anybody, like if you get to a certain level, anybody in the URL could beat anybody in the URL in a 1 rounder. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody in the league could probably score against anybody else in the league. Same shit.
Once Rex get into that mixtape bag, but he switched it up where you don't really know for sure if it's a mixtape verse because he said your name in the middle, it's over, yo. Yeah, it's over, yo.
The interview he did, the nigga was pretty. I was a Rex fan after that interview.
Yo, that Rex compilation is so fire, yo.
Yo, this nigga Rex told Young Ill, yo. You'll say, remember I told you about the 12-12 skinnies and my hands kept hurting, but my work is great. So just imagine how I feel opening up those 38. This nigga will get to talking about random shit will make it so fire.
Y'all wild for that, man. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, fellas.
I got one more Rex ball before you get out of here, yo. On a new song for where. Okay, I got you. On his new song, he said, hell nah, I ain't in the brotherhood. But I robbed a couple niggas wearing my brotherhood. Come on. Let's go, Rex.
Hey, on that note, man, don't forget to check out the website, liberationmindedmedia.com, man. On behalf of myself, the plug, and brother Greg, man, it's just been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, and we out. Peace.